Hello everybody, it's the weekend. Yay, it's the best of edition. Double yay, it's all the best stories that made our week. Triple yay, let's do it. With me in the studio are Yaron Tenbrink and Amit Kling. How was your week, men?
Two thumbs way down.
Oh, why?
Just a regular old sense of impending doom that pursues me in every waking moment.
Lovely.
All right.
Perfect week. Windows 10 came out, and I'm really into the new cool Microsoft, so I'm happy.
And you know it, clap your hand. Okay, hackers were on top of the news this week with increasingly dramatic stories of data leaks, security holes, and complete meltdowns. Most impressive and scary of all was the hack demonstrated to Wired magazine, where two white hat hackers revealed that they could wirelessly take control of a Jeep Cherokee SUV. As a result, Fiat Chrysler has recalled 1.4 million cars and trucks. Here's how it went down.
Alright, something just turned on, all the fans and AC and stuff. I didn't do that. The trick started small. Oh my god! There's a picture of Charlie and Chris in tracksuits that just appeared on the dashboard. But as I drove down the interstate, things started getting unpleasant and very loud. Perfect. I can't turn it down.
This was such a fun video. Ski walking it out to Jordan.
And now the air conditioning is blasting, the music is blasting, and I can't see anything because of the windshield wiper fluid.
Okay, do it. Do it. Kill the engine.
So we're killing the engine right now.
It says park sense. Actually can't accelerate.
Yaron, father figure, there are tons of hacker-related stories this week. What's going on? Are hackers getting better? I'm scared.
Indeed, there are many hacker stories recently. Just today, I Googled it on Google News, and you get just tons of different stories about databases being breached and all kind of services being hacked. I think what's happening is basically that hackers are getting better. They are a lot of them, and that's their job to get better. And I think it's also a problem with a lot of companies just not doing the security thing right. Just leaving huge holes. We get new tech all the time, and this new tech is just not safe enough.
Yeah, but we're at the dawn of the Internet of Things. I'm just imagining a future where your home can get hacked, your car, aren't all these...
You mean will get hacked, not
but
imagining a future. It's going to happen.
But
to
when
some
they
degree.
make the home, the smart home, are they taking hackers into consideration?
Well, if they're not, they should be. But I think really the bigger point is that hackers are thinking wider now. They are looking at they're looking at new opportunities. It's not just like the old 90s, 80s cliche of hackers, let's get a credit card and order 10 pizzas, It's just like, okay, we can steer a car off the road.
Yeah, I think also it's not just that they have more opportunities and that the companies are
creativity.
They're so eager to push their products that they don't really do the testing, the security testing, the data protection thing. They're not doing it seriously enough. Above all, hackers are becoming more and more ideological, and we've seen the Ashley Madison hack last week, where probably the company that has to keep its data secure more than any other company, because what it offers is a cheating service for married couples, they botched it, and hackers came in and told them, you botched it and you're going to pay for it, and we demand that you shut down your website.
What's going on with that, by the way? Did they shut down the website?
No, they didn't, and the hackers started leaking some names earlier this week, and will continue leaking names if Ashley Madison does not shut down.
You're saying
They're
that
just chopping it bit by bit, like in a mafia movie.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
amazing.
you're saying that Ashley Madison was the worst, but I kind of think that if someone gets killed by a hack
Yeah,
to
but
his
these
car.
more white hat hackers, which means they are searching for these security holes to protect people, to tell the company, listen, you have this problem, so it can patch it up.
And what Fiat did, taking back all the cars, is that the standard of the responsibility companies take, or we
it
wish?
should be. It should be. It definitely should be, especially when it's a matter of life and death, like with cars, but also with the smart home.
Yeah, I mean, if you take in considerations like previous car recalls that came way too late, like the Toyota recall, there was a massive recall last year where they recalled, I think, millions of cars, and they
It wasn't
waited.
hack related.
No, it was not hack related anyway, but they waited and people died. So this is good.
Yeah, it's putting,
Early recall, a mess, but better than nothing.
yeah, it's putting a lot of trust in tech companies, which
Yes, it
is scary.
No.
Want to get a good, cheap smartphone? This week was your big week with the OnePlus 2 and Motorola's new Moto X launching to the world. For a price in the vicinity of $300, both companies are offering well-made, nice-looking, and excellently spec'd smartphones, aiming to beat the iPhone and Galaxy flagships. Can they do it? Let's watch Motorola's take on the subject before we answer this question. So, what's going to happen here? I mean, are these new phones actually going to hurt Apple in any way?
Question number one, what do I need to do in order to never hear a goddamn ukulele ever again in my life?
In a high-tech promo.
Oh, at all. You know, I'm good without a ukulele. Seriously, it's just a
No, but
small
in
guitar.
tech it's a real problem. Like all soundtracks for new startups, applications, and
It's-
phones have this.
It's this silly cliche, I think, of tech companies trying to be cute and hipsterish, and it's,
But perhaps to answer his question,
Yes, of course.
I think we are suddenly understanding that we don't need to pay $700 for a smartphone or $1,000 for a smartphone. There are excellent smartphones out there for $300, and these are two prime examples. I mean, the Moto X
it
and
doesn't have to be this insane brand name anymore.
no, exactly, and these are just top of the line phones. It's not.
In my mind, the biggest brand with the highest price is the best phone.
Yeah, that's the problem I think most consumers have, because
In many fields, by the way, not just smartphones.
Not just smartphones, not just technologies. It's the same with cars. It's the same with maybe every or almost every consumer product. But in tech, it's very easy to check. You know, you just compare the specs, and you see that the iPhone 6 does not have that big of an advantage on the Moto X.
Brands are not completely without merits. This is not, let's not throw them away completely. I agree that the monopoly is ridiculous.
Just throw them away if they cost you double. You know, I can understand.
They will have to match the times, and B, there are advantages like compatibility and more readily available, support, etc. It's not a completely bad idea to go with the big brands in tech, but the monopoly is absurd.
But still, I didn't get an answer to the simple question.
Duopoly.
Is still the iPhone the best phone?
I think not. I think also the Galaxy might not be the best phone. There are all kind of boutique phones being created now, which are just better. And I think that the OnePlus 2 and Moto X are not that different from a Galaxy 6, for example. They might be slightly inferior, but the price tag, is that worth it? I mean, most people just use their smartphones for
For their entire life. Okay.
No, for a couple of years actually, until
Yeah.
they buy a new one. So buy a phone for $300 and not for $800 if you buy one every 2 years.
Yes, okay, Dad. Now, we need to move on. The tech world is a boys' club. It's chauvinistic and misogynic. It employs an astoundingly small percent of women in the workforce, but things are changing. This week, we learned that Vice Media, formerly known for being kind of Neanderthal when it comes to portraying women, is now targeting the women market with a new channel called Broadly now on screen. We also learned about JewelBot friendship bracelets with programmable plastic flowers that teaches middle school girls how to code. Check it before we ask if the tech world is doing enough.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Brooke.
And we created JewelBots to get girls excited about coding. There's been a lot of talk about women in tech and getting girls more involved in STEM. While classes are a great start, we're working to architect the next step. We want to ignite girls' curiosity and get them problem solving and building solutions of their own. So we're designing JewelBots, friendship bracelets for the iPhone era.
JewelBots allow friends to communicate in exciting new ways. The bracelets vibrate and light up so girls can send each other messages using Morse code or be alerted when their friends are nearby. And the setup is super simple. There's no coding required. The girls can use the JewelBots app to program their bracelets, so it works right out of the box.
And once they get the hang of it, that's when things start getting really fun. JewelBots are open source, so girls can...
Cute. But are these two stories part of the solution or part of the problem, Yaron?
There are two different stories. The Broadly channel seems to be part of the problem because women can watch anything. Why make a channel that has topics like lifestyle and sex? That's like basically the old media way of thinking about women. Women, they like lifestyle, cosmetic tips, and sex tips, and that's like the idea of a women magazine. Mm-hmm. So that's a bit of an odd thing to do, I think, in the 21st century. Something like JewelBot it's great, but I mean, any way to get girls coding is a good thing. But of course, here the way to do it is not like some cool game, but very kind of girly.
Is it not then part of this? In a way, it's also a bit of a part of the same problem you just described.
Yeah. Because girls, if you want them to be part of tech, you have to kind of girlify tech for them.
Tech is manified already. There is a difference between women and men.
That's why I don't see it as a necessarily negative thing, because we're at a stage where so few women are in the tech industry that
you say whatever works.
Any way to get them in is good. This is a very cute product, but it doesn't relate to the main problem. The main problem now is that even women CEOs don't earn what men CEOs are earning in Silicon Valley. So chauvinism runs so deep in Silicon Valley.
Poor little millionaires.
Yeah.
Even the poor little millionaires are hurt. I am so sad for the Silicon Valley CEOs.
No,
really.
but that is really representative of the problem, because it doesn't start when they're 5 or 6 years old. It starts when they're a 50-year-old woman CEO who gets discriminated. So we can start from the top and then trickle down.
I don't know. I am having a hard time feeling sorry for Silicon Valley millionaires.
It's not about feeling sorry. It's about
I know.
It's just about gender equality.
So what should be done? What's the most amazing thing that can be done for tech equality?
It's a very simple decision. Tech firms, first of all, should do some reaffirmative action to hire more women and pay them equal. That's all. That's all it takes, and it's very simple. It's just a matter of decision, nothing else.
That sounds
such a wild idea.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. And for our favorite viral of the week, it's Donald Trump, who is now a leading candidate for the presidency of the United States. For real. And for those of us who still think it's funny, just take a look back to the future.
The American dream is dead. That's the kind of mindset, that's the kind of thinking you need for this country. So I am selling this country down the drain, because you know what? I'm really rich, believe it or not. So Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running for President of the United States.
Boys, your comment shortly?
Of course, he's only the leading candidate if you trust his crazy statistics. I mean, this man stands a snowball's chance in hell in a real election.
Yeah, but still, it's amazing, and I think it says a lot about Republican
But it's
politics.
kind of like Herman Cain last time. He's the fun candidate. I'm sorry. Keep running, Donald.
Yeah,
Keep running.
I'm not having fun.
I'm not amused, no.
Yeah,
You're not amused?
thank you very much, Amit Killing. Thank you very much, Sharon.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Rest, eat, party, pray, make love. And join us on Monday with a brand new show of The Tube. Log on to our website, i24.tv. I think that's it. Goodbye.